So if you've never, let's see, Bleasdale, professional, that's easy peasy. Bleasdale's a good map. So if you've never played Phasmophobia before, if you've ever seen any of the ghost hunting shows on like History Channel or whatever, it's basically that, but in a video game. Except that the ghosts are very, very real, as opposed to maybe real, and they can attack you. So you have a whole bunch of different evidence gathering items. So I'm going to add in a couple of photo cameras. I'm going to add in one lighter. I feel like my mouse sensitivity is screwed up. That feels better. Add in a couple crucifixes. Those are protection against attacks from ghosts. I'm going to try to minimize how much stuff I take with me. So in each investigation, you get 4 objectives. The first is to figure out what kind of ghost it is. The second is, I don't think I did anything else. The second is, oh, there's 3 other ones, and they can be a lot of different stuff. Yeah, so I think we're ready up. So we'll just go ahead and get started. So you'll see how this works out. Now in professional mode, there's no like safety timers or anything like that. It's a little bit more dangerous. The ghost is a little bit more active, which is a blessing and a curse because it's a double-edged sword because the ghost can attack you, but I really feel like my mouse sensitivity is like, oh, that's, there you go. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, and so the guy in the radio sometimes gives you little hints. So he said ghost sighting, which is like it's an indication of the ghost activity level. So first objective, discover what type of ghost we're dealing with. Second objective, capture a photo of the ghost. Detect a room below 50 degrees Fahrenheit with a thermometer, and detect a ghost's presence with a motion sensor. Okay. So that's why you bring one motion sensor. They're expensive, but you get them as an objective sometimes, and it's makes it good to be able to obtain that objective. All right, so the ghost name is Stephen Jones. You don't want to say the ghost name unless you are ready to deal with the consequences, because it makes the ghost angry. So I'm gonna pop these cameras on their tripods, and yeah. So it'll make the ghost angry if you say its name, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Depends on the ghost. All right. So we're doing. Oh, he's just telling me that he left the key on the desk for me. Okay. So this is Bleasdale. It's a farmhouse. It's a small enough map that it's pretty reasonable for a solo player to do the investigation themselves. Oh yeah, the light's over here. So we start with a sweep. Oh, that was loud. Might be above me. We start with a sweep. Now you want to turn the lights on to keep your sanity level up. Oh hey, there's the voodoo doll. Okay. So I found a voodoo doll. So that's the ghosts love to mess with that, and if you bring it out to the truck, the community's still trying to figure out what the voodoo doll exactly does. But there's some indication that if you like take it out of the house, if you pick it up, if you mess with it at all, the ghost gets really mad at you. So we'll see how this turns out. But I need to remember that there. Oh, it sounded like a light got turned on. The ghosts will mess with stuff. They'll flick lights on. They'll open doors, close doors. So this being a solo run, I need to keep my ears open. Oh, there it is. See the thermometer? 30 degrees. I heard a footstep right in front of me as well. The ghost is in here. That is very cold. It's almost freezing. Okay. Hello. I'd like you to write in this book for me. That'd be terrific. And we're gonna go out here. So I think I'm actually gonna make the same circuit I did, and I'm gonna turn lights off as I go through. So there's a couple things you can find inside the house in addition to the ghost, and one of them is the voodoo doll that you saw. The other is a bone, and they can provide additional forms of evidence. So we'll get around to that when we get to it. But we found the ghost in there. All right. It's stepping around. So one of my objectives is I detect below 50 degrees Fahrenheit with the thermometer. That's been accomplished. So motion sensor and then photo of the ghost are my other objectives. Now, that's a great room for it to be in. That's technically considered the garage, even though there's no car in there. I think we're going to find freezing temperatures in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is, well, I don't really need to worry about this. I'm at 88% sanity. I'm at pretty high sanity, but that's actually kind of low considering how long I was in there. Yeah, we'll take this. That'll be fun. 23.6. Did I detect freezing temperatures before I left the house? I did not mean to. Damn it. I didn't mean to bring this with me outside the house. I meant to drop this. My head's in the clouds because I'm streaming. All right. I may have detected a 23 degrees temperature inside of there. Turn the lights off. It didn't like the light being on. That's interesting. If it really was 23, it closed the door a little bit. Oh, 14. Yep. Oh. Where are you? How old are you? Where are you? How old are you? Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to be responding to that, so I can't see anything with my with my stream lights on. I can't really see anything if I don't have the flashlight, so I'm going to keep that with me. All right. So, we have freezing temperatures. That's first. That's first and foremost. All right. I can't believe I didn't. Well, whatever. I didn't check the book. I should check the book. It's fine. So, the box I just used to ask questions, the ghost can always hear. I have my microphone set to always be on. The ghost can hear me when I'm talking. And if I say certain key phrases, it will like trigger a reaction in the ghost. And then with the spirit box, you can actually talk to it. You can ask it certain questions and it'll respond through the spirit box. You'll actually get words through it. And that's one of the forms of evidence you can use to narrow down what type of ghost it is. Now, this is a night vision camera. So I don't really need to put it here, but I'm going to. Can you give me a sign? Can you throw something? Can you do something? All right, I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna need to make this circuit anyway. I either make this trip without gear or with it. I'm sweeping here for the bone. Not back here, okay. Now, the sanity is important because your sanity level determines, basically, that's fine. That's fine to leave that on. Determines how aggressive the ghost is. So the ghost will attack you if your sanity goes below a certain level, or it's more likely to attack you the lower your sanity is. This is our overall activity level. There's nothing going on. I'm at 83% sanity. We're not doing too bad. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for little ghost orbs, little dots of light that swish through the frame. You can only see them on night vision, and you can really only see night vision if you have all the lights turned off, which is what we do. I'm not seeing anything. It doesn't necessarily mean there's no ghost orbs. Usually you will have seen one by now. But not necessarily. Yeah, not seeing anything. Okay. One of the things I need to get is it does like messing with those lights. So I'm still at 80 something percent sanity, so I'm going to take this. So this is a motion sensor. And I can set it up on the wall, on a wall anywhere. And if a person or a ghost passes in front of it, it trips the motion sensor. Makes a little noise in the truck and a little indicator in the truck. There's a little indicator in the truck of where the motion sensor is placed, and you can see there what happened to it. So turn this on. I'm gonna put this like over here. That should be a good spot for it. Ah, okay. Cool. So I wonder, do we have nothing on the door? Oh, it turned the breaker off. And it just threw something. Just threw that. Well, it did throw that, but there's no... It turned the heater on. Oh, okay. So that's a... Stop doing that. Yep. Man, I got my keys all screwed up. All right. Asshole. Wonder if it heard that. The ghosts can, by the way, they can hear you. I just turned the light off. They can hear you curse, and they will respond to the cursing. You turned the light off again. Doesn't like the light being on. So that's interesting. We do have fingerprints, so we're going to mark that. And we have EMF 5, so we know what type of ghost it is. Banshee. Oh, good. Lovely. Okay. So, all right, let's get back to the truck. So we got the motion sensor. So then the last objective we need to get is capture a photo of the ghost. So this is this little red line here in the garage. That is, that's where the motion sensor is. All right, so Banshee, all right. So now we get to go. It's handy for it to give me an EMF 5 there. That was neat. So Banshee's natural hunter will attack anything. It has been known to stalk its prey one at a time until making its kill. A Banshee will only target one person at a time, but they fear the crucifix and will be less aggressive when near one. They're a little bit territorial. There's other personality traits. Each of the ghosts behaves differently, and there's additional behavior traits to each of these ghosts beyond what's in the notebook, which is something you just have to like learn by playing the game and watching other streamers play the game. So Banshees fear the crucifix and will be less aggressive when near one. So I have 2 crucifixes. I can toss them in there. It's a relatively small room. The crucifix has a limited bubble of radius of effect, and it will prevent the ghost from attacking you, prevent the ghost from going on a hunt and trying to kill you. But it's a limited radius of effect. But since it's a small room and I have 2 crucifixes, I can pretty easily cover and protect myself. But the downside of using it again, a crucifix against a Banshee to protect yourself is that it makes the Banshee less active, which makes it harder to gather evidence. But since I've gathered all the evidence, hey. Now, the trick is I'm trying to get a photo of the ghost. So the value judgment is, do we toss crucifixes in there? Right? And keep ourselves relatively safe, or do we provoke it a little bit, try to get a photo of it? My sanity's down in the 70s already. It's dipping pretty fast. Yeah, or do I just try to like provoke it a little bit to get a photo of it. So I feel like I want to get a photo of it and then maybe throw a crucifix down after I get a photo of it. That's what we'll try to do. So I know that the voodoo doll's in here. So I'm gonna screw around with that. I'm trying to figure out how the voodoo doll works. Because there's one in there too, right? Yeah. So there's a couple of these. Didn't like the light being on. Show yourself. It's following me around. Show yourself. Hair on my arms is standing on end. Oh, God. Well, I'm not... This is not the final resting place for that, but I want to... Hi there. Didn't want me to grab your voodoo doll, huh? Okay, cool. So did you see the way the voodoo doll scooted? When I tossed it down, it scooted towards the garage. Yeah, that's almost for sure. Okay. Now, the next step is we're gonna turn this light on. Okay. Well, that's the last objective. So that's cool. So the last thing I need to do is just get some pictures. I'm gonna head out of here. Damn, man. Nope, nope, nope. Not even turning around. I don't need to see him. Okay, so that's what we call a hunt. When the lights all start flashing, and the easiest way to tell is from your flashlight. You can see here, activity level spiked. Holy crap! Look at my sanity. So I think the voodoo doll screwed with my sanity. I was in the 70s. And like, yeah, like the lights went out in the office. But I don't think my sanity should have gone down that much. So maybe the voodoo doll even screws with your sanity. All right, I'm topping off. I just want to find the bone. So this guy needs to chill. I'm gonna toss this. Get a fresh camera. He really needs to chill. So that's, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna take both of these. He did not like me grabbing the voodoo doll at all. He immediately appeared and was staring at me while I held it, and then I tossed it down, and then he immediately went hunting. And I didn't really even, I don't think I even said anything to provoke him. Oh, that was terrifying. That should be good. Oh, and then I forgot there's fingerprints on that switch, so I can take a picture of those for some monies. Fuck, man. That's so scary. All right. So here's the photos I took. So I have the ghost in this one, and then you see it's grayed out here. I only got credit for the first picture of the ghost. And then this was a picture of the voodoo doll. When I tossed it down, it scooted towards the ghost, which is supposedly what it does, and that it's just anecdotal, but that's what it did this time. So if you take a picture of it after it scoots, that counts as an interaction. You can see there. So that's money. So any of these pictures that have a word above them in dark text, those are worth money, and you can get credit for up to 5 of those pictures in each. I think. Well, no, I think it's 2. It's up to 2 of each type. So there's only one. You can only get one ghost because there's only the one ghost, but you can get 2 interaction type pictures. You can get 2 fingerprints type pictures, and that's different objects that have fingerprints on them. It's either light switches, doors, or windows. Those are where they appear. And then, so interaction is any object. If the ghost throws a thing, if you can take a picture of that shortly after it throws the thing. If it turns a switch off, screws with the breaker, messes with the door handle, tries to open or close a door. Those are all things you can take a picture of as interaction. But you can only get 2 interaction photos per map. And then sometimes there's a Ouija board that you can interact with. You can actually ask the ghost a question and it will answer on the Ouija board, but it's very, very risky, and half the time it provokes the ghost into attacking. Not directly, but it causes you to lose sanity if the ghost doesn't answer. And then the ghost will fucking attack you. So in fact, maybe I should have kept my sanity low, and then I could have, gotten to 0 sanity, which is one of the challenges, right? All right. So I want to take a picture of the fingerprints on the light switch. I'm hoping the ghost has smacked the window or opened a door or something to where I can take a picture of that. You can also take a picture of there's a chicken bone on every map. It's randomly where it appears on the floor somewhere. If you take a picture of that, then that's credit, and if you pick it up, that's more credit. So, yeah. All right. So that's what we're on a mission to do now. Is we are on a mission to. I don't think I need it. It's not gonna write, so I guess I just take 2 cameras with me, and we'll use up the 2. So we have crucifixes down in there now, which should, there's 2 of them in a pretty small room, so that should stop him from doing anything, but keyword should. So we will see. That should count. Yep. See fingerprints. And then what we're going to try to do here is I'm going to toss this camera. Pick this camera up, and I want to see. Nothing. Really? It's just the light switch? Yeah, man. I'm at 100% sanity. What am I worried about? Nothing? Oh, there we go. Okay. So you saw the little handprint on the window, right? So that also counts as that's what fingerprints appear as when they're on the windows or on the doors. So all right, so we have 2 fingerprints photos. We have an interaction photo. We have 1 interaction photo. We have a photo of the ghost. And I have no interest in walking into that dude's space anymore. All I'm looking for at this point basically is the bone. Oh, it's in the fucking garage. Oh, man. What a dick. Okay, I'm not going in there. Oh. It sounded like he threw something in there, so... Oh, I got fingerprints. On a different object. Cool. I don't know where the fingerprints were. But, do I have the fingerprint light? I do. I'm curious where those fingerprints were. That's the flashlight. Alright, there we go. Are they on the door? Nope, I have no idea where they were. Don't know. Maybe on the window. I don't think it would show from the end, from the outside. I really don't know. But it was new fingerprints that I hadn't taken a picture of before. Maybe it was on the other side of the door. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna argue. So I thought I heard it throw something in the office, so I snapped a photo to see if I could get a picture of the interaction with the object, but I got fingerprints instead. I have no idea. All right, so we have a bunch of fingerprints. Probably only gonna get credit for 2 of them, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures. So probably get $25 for photos. Did all the optional objectives. So we're good to go. Oh, wow, cool. So I got credit for all the photos. So, so the limit was not 2 in fingerprints. You can take, I guess you can take pictures of any fingerprints that show up, which honestly kind of makes sense. So the ghost was a banshee. So we found the bone evidence for $10. So each photo is worth $5 a piece, for a total of 30 since we had 6 photos. And then each objective is worth $10. And then you take all of that, and then you get insurance. You get $10 of insurance money, and I'm not sure why I'm not sure exactly how the insurance money works. Okay. Now I'm level 60. I was level 58 going into that, so I gained 2 levels from that. So I gained 200 experience. So different things give you experience. Finding the ghost is the biggest one. Figuring out getting the ghost right is the That's the biggest experience gainer. You also get experience for grabbing the bone. I think it's 30 experience just for grabbing the bone. And you also get a boost of experience for getting the second objective. And I don't know why it's just the second objective. I learned that today from a streamer named Insim, who's pretty cool. So yeah, he figured out that, yeah, you only get experience from the second objective. And for me, the second objective there was, which one was it? It was, oh, get a photo of the ghost. It was get a photo of the ghost, and I grabbed the voodoo doll, and that motherfucker was pissed. So yep, that's how that all shakes out. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Skyship here. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Skyship_ for more great gaming content. Until next time, I'll see you in the Outer Rim.